right, now it's time for exploring. I am outside taking a look at what's going on here on property, and I'm meeting up with the cultural director here. We've got Lanakila Dupree. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you. Welcome to joining us today. On this walking cultural tour, we're going to go ahead and start with our native Hawaiian garden. We actually got to plant 43 native Hawaiian plants into the property here in Waikoloa. Some of these plants haven't been seen in this area in decades. We try to introduce things as culturally based as possible, but then with a little modern approach so that they can understand it a lot better.
That makes sense, right? Yeah, just bringing it down to maybe their level, something basic so that they can pick it up quicker. And then maybe if it resonates with them or if they find interest in it, they're gonna maybe want to explore it a little bit more.
Right. And with that, it's like scratching the surface, right? We're gonna introduce it to them, something that they're interested in, and they'll dive deeper into the culture itself, and they end up learning a whole new respect for Hawaii in general. This bay right here is Anai Ho'omalu, the front of our hotel. You wake up to this view in the morning. This is actually the fish ponds that front our property. This is where we start the tour, and it just kind of gives an overview of the way that they would farm raise fish back in the day.
Whoa, is that the one we saw yesterday?
This plant right here, this naupaka. With the story behind the naupaka is, that classic Romeo and Juliet stories. Two lovers were not supposed to be together, and in heartache, when they were separated, their bodies perished, and they kind of turned into these plants. Hence why they only bloom half a flower. So the other half's up in the mountain on the other plant. Also, you take the tops, swish around in your diving goggles, anti-fog, your diving mask. When we do take the guests out, they're free to ask any questions they want, and at that point, we actually do kind of get into the area. They'll start to ask us about different places on island that they want to visit. This right here is going to be what the classic foundation of a Hawaiian hale or house would be. You have river rocks creating these floor, and then you got freestack lava stones creating these rock walls. From here, there would be rails that form an A-frame where they would attach weave coconut leaves and bundled pili grass to the top of the huts itself. When you think of Hawaii, you don't think of cowboys, you think of surfers, you think of palm trees. This culture tour actually helps open their mindset, and they actually get to see glimpses of what Hawaii is, what it's going to be.
But how important is it to have these cultural experiences available to our guests, like especially here on these big resorts?
I think it should be the driving force, to be honest, because they come to Hawaii for a specific purpose. As far as the knowledge of Hawaii, what they get is not authentically Hawaiian. So it's just re-educating them in a mindset so that they can absorb what is authentically Hawaiian.
Well, it was a perfect day to go on a cultural walk. Thank you so much for sharing all the knowledge.
No, thank you guys for coming.
So make sure you guys come in and visit Lanakila and his team here at the Waikoloa Beach Marriott. You're going to have so much fun, and you're going to learn a lot.